This presentation is going to be about bio-derived materials and how they impact everyday life. Bio-derived materials can be from many different places, making them ideal for human use. Biotechnology is all about using nature for science in order to better society. Bio-derived materials are the products that come from this process. Unlike organic and natural materials, bio-based materials are renewable and are derived from plants and other renewable sources like agricultural, marine, and forest. Bio-based materials are also USDA certified, meaning that the products are organic. Biotechnology works on a cycle starting with renewable feedstocks. This works into new materials and new and better designs. The work then gets composed and recycled. When being recycled, the cycle restarts because the cycle reaches its end life. There are many forms of biotechnology, but the main similarity to look at is everything in nature eventually gets recycled. Coffee cups and water bottles are things that are becoming more recyclable every day with bio-derived materials. The cycle, a cycle can really be seen best with extracting plants into cups because it allows for them to be recycled over and over after each use. Mice are a great way to use bio-derived materials because they have roughly 80% of the DNA of humans. Stem cells are normally used to work with the mice, and they show a rough result of what would happen in a human. These graphs show how certain stem cells reacted to the mice, and how the cells could later be reused in humans. In certain cases, it worked, in others not so well. They used different types of cells for each case. Bio-derived materials were normally stem cells for testing, so that we could later see if they worked on people. The data normally proved to be useful and showed that it was normally able to be used later on. Bio-derived materials are often associated with drugs. After doing testing on the mice with the stem cells, we can see that most bio-derived materials are put through many tests to see if they're going to end up being used in the real world. This graph shows a Raman shift, which is a vibration of a crystal on a molecular level. There are different types of melanin used in each piece because the scientists are trying to find a way to use biotechnology to fix the coloring for skin. Organ chips can be used for almost any part of the body because they're becoming so advanced at such a quick rate. The importance of these chips are becoming prevalent because they could be used to save many lives later on in the future. Chips are becoming more relevant for the human body when replacing parts because the chips are meant to resemble the original organ. Sometimes they're even better than the organs. The biotechnology advancements could end up leading to very big things in the future because it cuts down the wait time for organ donors. The weight of a saline, which is a mixture of sodium chloride and water, is shown in this graph. Because salt is used for so much in science, and itself is a bio-derived material. These graphs show how a molecule or space between cells affect the technology between the cells, meaning the molecule shows how the biotechnology of everything in this eventually works. These are companies that many of you should know. The common thing among them is that they all sell bio-related products. This does not mean they only sell bio-derived materials, but a portion of the things they sell are bio-related. The bio-based industry is based on a scope, meaning to be considered in the bio-based industry, you have to sell bio-based products. Many pharmaceuticals, food, and goods and traditional technology are now bio-related. Bio-based materials have been on the rise since they were invented, but from the year 2000 on, there's been a drastic increase, and it's only getting higher. Bio-based chemicals are important because they come from nature, are more part, and are going to eventually be renewable. This graph shows how the world's land is used in a bio-related way. Roughly 1% of the world was used for biofuels, and 0.01% was used for bioplastics. And you can see how it has risen. These are my sources. I use many